Hello, I'm Angelina Macedo. This is vlog number 4 for Com 45. This week I read chapter 4 of these 3 essays: Seduced by Autotune, Riffs of Passage, and The Pernicious Rise of Popism. All 3 of these essays were about some aspect of music and the industry in modern days, probably around past 30, 40 years, and how stuff has changed or things are viewed and that sort of stuff. And overall, I enjoyed each essay at least a little bit. I'm not a music person per se. I don't know a lot about it. I do enjoy listening to music. So first, I will start out with "Seduced by Autotune." It talked about the stigma surrounding autotune. It didn't really argue uh, whether or not it was good or bad, but it did talk a lot about how people view it as negative. So overall, surrounding it are negative stigmas, calling artists lazy or bad if they use it, uh, as it just is seen as just fixing yourself after the music is completed. Studios argue, or producers and such argue, that they want a clean, modern sound, as well as the fact that autotune saves a lot of time as people don't have to repeat their music. And this was an interesting thought. I don't really have a opinion on autotune, but with modern times nowadays and how fast we need new media and outcome and all sorts of stuff, it's understandable that the use of autotune saving a lot of time is able to get companies more money. So I can see how it can be sleazy, but I can see how it's also beneficial for our capitalist society and how stuff works. So overall, this essay didn't really have a big impact on me, but was an interesting read. Riffs on Passage, that was probably my favorite one. It specifically was talking about Latinx bands and who were in the Americas and America, and their interesting relationship between music and activism. This was a perspective that's unfamiliar to me, or was unfamiliar, as I'm not originally from California. Hearing a lot about Latinx culture, I really like learning about it, and getting a better understanding. So I thought that the fact that it talked about how it was never the inherent focus of Latinx musicians to be focused on politics, a lot of their music uh, led them to be seen as political bands. And I thought the quote by Marisol Hernandez said it best, was, "It's not political when it's your life." And I thought that was very interesting, because a lot of people who are Latinx, either their parents or them, or they know somebody who is like an undocumented citizen, and how that is a very political topic in the US. However, that's just the lives that they lead, and how another quote was, "There's no such thing as a legal people. Like, we're all allowed to like live." It was very interesting, and it's just something I never considered, because whenever you hear about bands talking about ICE or deportation in the U.S., it's always seen as being like, oh, that's activism, that's political, but it's just something that people with these backgrounds deal with, and it was a really nice piece to chew on for a little bit and think and discuss. The last one I read was "Pernicious Rise of Popism." At first, I didn't like this essay. It immediately came out with talking about, if you don't like, modern music nowadays, you, in short, are an old person, and that it made me chuckle, but it also caused me to be like, oh, I don't know if essay will be for me, because I don't personally like a lot of pop music. However, that was part of the essay, is that nowadays music critics are immediately judged on what they enjoy in music. And if they don't like modern music or stuff that is popular, there's people always questioning why. Um, and how music critics are becoming more of a cheerleader group, as music is free with YouTube and other music services. Uh, they don't really have the same job as other critics, like food and game and that sort of stuff that involves currency. And how that their jobs critiquing like negatively very very popular music is almost a disservice to people, to the people that their critics are going out to, because if the music is popular, then why there must be something good about it. So I also thought that was interesting. But overall, like, long read, used a lot of heavy words that I felt were unnecessary, but I enjoyed it for the most part. So yeah, that's these 3 essays. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time.